How many people out there want to start their own business? Oh, I do, I do, I do. You're freaking crazy. I was pretty unemployable most of my life. First thing, I always thought I was smarter than my boss. The other thing was, as you had mentioned before, I had an excellent addiction working and no one would hire me, letting me snort cocaine on their desks and things like that. So I had to work on my own. But once again, I'm kind of BSing a little bit there, trying to entertain you a little more, get you, oh, he's cool. Um, the truth is, I always had an entrepreneur mind. I think in one of my earlier YouTubes, I talk about when I was in first grade and how my mind, how I saw business. Let me tell you, owning your own business, and I don't care what it is, if you're not working 7 days a week, if you're not waking up in the middle of the night with nightmares and having diarrhea because you're so stressed out, you're not working hard enough your first 3 years. And if you don't want to put that kind of effort in, don't start your own business. Everybody thinks, they're watching these guys on all these podcasts and YouTubes about how they made hundreds of millions of dollars and they sit around and they smoke weed or whatever they do all day and they made all this money by people buying their programs. You know who's buying their program? You are. Nobody else. So they just keep selling the programs and people keep buying them. And yeah, there's people making money. But that's not real. Owning a real business is creating websites, being a plumber, owning a plumbing company, owning an internet company, a telemarketing company, I don't care, a maid service, whatever a car mechanic, roofing company, whatever your dream is, most people that are successful work a lot harder at it than you can ever believe. And if you're not really willing to bust your ass so hard, like I said, if you're not waking up in the middle of the night, oh shit, I needed to do this. Oh shit, I got to do that. And then you're so stressed out. You got diarrhea all the time. You can't eat. You can't sleep. You're stressed out. Then you're working hard enough. But if you think you're going to be in Starbucks with your little cute little latte, your little laptop going, oh, I'm a businessman. I am making likes on LinkedIn. And I'm making little comments like, oh, you're so cute. Or would you like to do business with me with some form letter? You think a guy like me wants to buy shit from a guy that's sending me form letters? I had some guy I met at a meet and greet thing, and he sent me a webinar, I said, I don't buy from that shit. Because, oh, you can make a lot of money. I said, I already got a lot of money. And if someone wants my business, you have to come to me, call me up, do a Zoom meeting or something. I'm not going to buy that shit. It's crazy. But there are people that do it. But the people that are doing it aren't the ones that are buying it. They're the ones that are selling it. So if you want to own your own business, you've got to really think hard. And let me tell you, you want to talk about failure? You want to talk about starvation? When I started one of my businesses, when I was about 23, my first real company, I also used to sell cowboy hats on the street corner. Back in the late 70s, I used to make $300-400 a day, but I'd do it on Saturday and Sunday. I'd smoke weed and drink beer and sell cowboy hats on the corner. It was a business, but when I really started my own real business with employees and all that, I was so close in the way of making my money last that a friend of mine was also starting his own business. So there was bars used to have big happy hour buffets. So we each had $1. And what we do is we would buy one beer, he'd get the glass, and I'd get the beer glass, the bottle, or whatever. It would work out that way. And we'd walk around, we'd eat one meal a day. That was our meal. Because we were so tight on money. Because term. And then let me tell you, if you don't have deep pockets, if you don't have 6 months to live on, if you think you're going to have the customer say, oh, I'll pay you in 30 days. Oh, great. What happens if you don't pay you in 30 days? Are you willing to eat bologna sandwiches? Are you willing to eat cheese? Are you willing to eat, not cheese, bologna sandwiches and hot dogs and ramen noodles? If you're not willing to do that, you can't own your own business. I mean, yeah, if you're worth, your dad gives you a couple of $1 million and go, here, shithead, go do something, leave me alone. Yeah, you can do that. But a guy like me and a lot of guys like you don't got that kind of money. So if you don't have the deep pockets to start, that's even more stressful. So before you start a business, you're going to make sure you have enough money. And let me tell you, whatever strategy and idea that you got, Mike Tyson said it the best. Everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the face. So you're going to have this strategy, this business model that you wrote up, and this business plan. And let me tell you, you could take that thing, and before you read it, throw it away. Because it's not going to work. I'm telling you. Why? Because I've owned restaurants, nightclubs, shopping centers, dairy farms, land development, permaculture communities. Let me tell you, all the business plans and models and this and that, out the window. But that's for me, and we're only talking, 15 different types of businesses. So before you start a business, you have to decide, do you have the guts for it? Do you have the determination? Are you willing to make the sacrifice? Or go work for someone making 50, 100 grand a year. You leave at 6 o'clock on Friday, boom, do whatever you want on until Monday, walk back in the office, do a shitty job, you still get your paycheck, as long as you show up and put some effort in. That's what I would do instead of owning your own business.